Hi everyone, Erik Molzen here with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Wanted to take just a couple minutes of your time today to chat about the home buying process and how to get a mortgage. I know there's a lot of people out there who are looking to get into a house this year, and a lot of first-time home buyers out there. Just wanted to spend a couple minutes chatting with you about the overall process to demystify a little bit of the home buying process. Um, First, I just wanted to talk about just getting pre-qualified. Before you ever step into a house, you should have already spoken with your real estate agent. One of their qualifications should be that they have two or three really good lenders that they have great relationships with, that they can refer to you. It's a much better option to go that route than just to walk into a bank, sit down in front of a random mortgage lender, and be one of maybe 50 files on their desk that they're working on. One of the advantages of having a referral from your real estate agent is that they work with these lenders on a regular basis. They're churning out a lot of files with them, and these lenders will jump through hoops for their best agents, and that productivity rolls down to you as one of their VIP buyers. So just understand that it's a much better process to go through one of your agent's lenders, and just to be able to go through them, get that level of communication, service, competitiveness on rates, things of that nature. So definitely something to think about as you're looking to purchase a home. People always ask me, what kind of mortgages are out there? There's really only three basic kinds. There's a few others, but the primary ones are FHA, which is your standard government-backed mortgage. It's 3.5% down. It's usually the easiest way to get into a home for as little as possible. You've also got conventional mortgages, which generally are 5% down, 10, 20, 30, even up to 50% down if you have those kinds of resources. And your rates can be competitive on those mortgages. And then obviously if you're military or veteran, you have the option of going VA route and getting a VA mortgage with oftentimes 0% down and sometimes even 0% 0% down or very little closing costs. So definitely something to look into if you're a veteran or you're current military. Down payment. It's a huge question that a lot of buyers have. How much am I going to have to bring to the table? Things like that. So obviously, if let's say you're getting a conventional mortgage with say 5% down, and let's say you want to buy a $350,000 house, you're looking at about $17,500 for that down payment. It's a lot of money. Definitely something to think about. Also something to consider as well is the fact that closing costs are oftentimes not paid by sellers in today's market. That could change, but most of the time today, buyers are also having to pay their one-time closing costs, things like title insurance, loan origination fees, appraisal fees, things like that. It can run somewhere between 2% to maybe even 4% of the purchase price of the home. Every lender's closing costs will be different. So it's important that you kind of get a disclosure of those costs up front so you know what you're going to be spending by going with a specific mortgage lender. Next, it's important to understand just the process of actually getting a mortgage. So obviously you're going to sit in front of a lender. They're going to look at your credit score. They're going to look at your employment history. They're going to take a look at your assets, your liabilities, how much money you have in the bank, and they're going to kind of assign a risk as a buyer to you. And it's just going to be important for them to be able to put together a full file. It's going to take a few weeks to kind of put together. They're going to get your bank statements, your paycheck stubs, your tax returns. They're going to grab all of your assets, all of your liabilities, and paint a picture of who you are. They'll also do an appraisal on the property through an appraisal management company. And all that information together will roll up to their underwriting department, and it'll be up to their underwriter to process the file and get it through underwriting, so hopefully you can get closed on that home within the amount of time that you've decided once you've targeted a home that you want to purchase. So really that process isn't too complicated. It's really just gathering all of those documents and things that's the most important for the lender. And then lastly, one of the most important things that I always like to mention with my buyers is once you've decided to purchase a home, you've gone to the lender, you've submitted all of your documentation, and you're kind of going through the process. Don't go and open new credit lines. Don't go buy appliances. Don't buy a car. Don't make any large purchase decisions that you wouldn't normally make outside of your mortgage process. Because once you have that mortgage process going, that lender is going to be looking on a daily basis at all sorts of information about you. And if you're out there making large purchases, it's going to kind of throw the process off. Also, don't go and pay off credit cards. Don't go paying off debt unless your lender has asked you to do so. Because oftentimes being able to have that cash in your account for your down payment, your closing costs, or even rainy day fund money, it's important for them to know that that money is still there since you've disclosed that up front. If that money all of a sudden disappears somewhere through the process, it can kind of throw off your mortgage process. So again, don't go spending money that you don't have to spend until you've physically closed on that home and you've gotten the keys for that house. Otherwise, I've seen it end mortgage purchases. So anyway, wanted to just share a few minutes with you today. I felt like it's important. There's a lot of new buyers out there looking to purchase, and sometimes the mortgage process can be really complicated. So I just wanted to simplify it. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Erik Molzen with Berkshire Hathaway, and thanks for spending time with me today.